Good morning, YouTube. So just got back from our walk and I am gonna do a full day of eating today. So starting with meal number one, I to have some pineapple. I'm gonna peel this peach and we're gonna get some oatmeal here going in here. We're gonna do 60 grams of oats, and then half of my fruit is gonna be the pineapple and half the peach. Over here, we're gonna do 250 grams of egg whites and 2 whole eggs here. So I do like to cook my egg whites just a little bit first before adding the whole eggs in there. So I'll go ahead and get this all put together, and then I'll come back when I'm done and show you the final product. All right, so food is done. Now we just need to season. So after I cook my oatmeal is when I add the fruit in. Definitely a lot of fruit, which is good. And then on my oatmeal, I am going to put cinnamon and some pink Himalayan salt. I'm also going to add some salt to my eggs, and I'm going to use a little bit of this Zeus Greek God seasoning. It's a garlic seasoning, and then we'll be ready to eat. All right, guys, we are back for meal number 2. This meal is typically my pre-workout meal, so it is almost 9:30, so you know, this is a couple hours after breakfast. And with this meal, I do like to keep it a little more simple. Actually, all my meals are simple, but this one, just, you know, something easy to digest so that when I go to work out, everything sits good. So right now I have asparagus going in, 100 grams of asparagus going in the air fryer. Over we have rice. So this is 150 grams of rice, and then 100 grams of chicken, which the chicken is the air fryer chicken, which I showed in one of my earlier videos. If you didn't catch that one, I would recommend going and checking that one out. So after this meal, I will have some pre-workout, head to the gym, and we'll be hitting shoulders today. So after this meal's done cooking and I season everything up, I'll kind of show you what it looks like. All right, final product for meal number 2. We got it seasoned, so I put a little bit of this butter and herb seasoning on the rice with a little bit of pink salt, and I put this Farmhouse Ranch on the asparagus and Melinda's sweet chili hot sauce on the chicken. So that's meal number 2. All right, this is the post-workout meal, and if you watch some of my other videos, you've seen this exact meal posted in there, but we have 50 grams of oats today with some cinnamon and some salt. We have 120 grams of bananas, and then protein shake. It has 1 scoop of protein powder. It's the birthday cake HD muscle. I did use a little bit of unsweetened almond milk, and there is 5 grams of glutamine and 1 gram of xanthan gum. The xanthan gum just helps with the thickness, but I will say you really truly only need 1 gram of that because it will get like super fluffy if you use much more than that. So this is the post-workout meal. All right, next meal up is going to be rice, broccoli, and some extra lean ground beef. So I'm gonna do the broccoli in this pan, and a little trick here, I just add some water instead of adding oil, so that's a question I get a lot. So I will get the meat and the rice heated up, the veggies cooked, and I'll show you the final product. And the final product for this meal, so I don't always put them in separate. Sometimes I'll mix the rice with the ground beef and the veggies, but today I wanted to do it separate. So on the rice, I went ahead and used this tomato basil seasoning with a little bit of pink salt. I also put a little bit of pink salt over here, also using this black truffle hot sauce, which is super good, and the Zeus Greek seasoning again. So, yeah, here's to meal number 4. All right, coming up on dinner, we are gonna have some Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna put a little bit of green onion in there for flavor. And then we are also gonna cook up some shrimp here with some of this garlic seasoning on it. And we will have some other sides too, so I'll show you those as I get them ready. All right, while the shrimp and the Brussels sprouts are cooking, I am gonna cut up some of this lettuce and put it in here. I'm gonna add my veggies on top of it as a salad, and I'm gonna chop up a little bit of the cilantro. I'm gonna cut up this avocado. I'm actually gonna cut it up and put it on the plate with the sweet potatoes, and because I like that combo of the avocado and the sweet potato. With the salad and the veggies, I'm going to add the shrimp on top of those, so hang around for the final product. And we have the final product. Sweet potatoes, avocados, veggies, and shrimp with a little bit of the chili sauce that I used earlier. Kind of like a hot sauce. I put some of the Zeus Greek seasoning on the salad and some of the Farmhouse Ranch on the sweet potatoes. And that is dinner. So we are gonna finish the day with a Ninja Creamy. So this one does take some prep work because you actually have to freeze this for at least 12 hours, but ideally 24. And so one key to making sure that it doesn't get too icy is to run it under hot water or put it in the sink in like a bowl full of warm water for a little bit, just so that the outside kind of melts before you put it in this Ninja Creamy machine. So for my ingredients, I did some Greek yogurt, half a scoop of protein powder, a little bit of cocoa powder, and some stevia drops, specifically the raspberry chocolate, just to give it a little bit more sweetness. So I'm going to run this under some hot water. I'll blend it up, and then I'll show you guys the end result.
Lights went down when you feel lost in your shadow. Don't feel alone, don't scream so loud. We are living in this cruel world. Broken but strong, gotta move on. You're not a bakery of life. Equip my soul, find the real gold. I'll fulfill what I started.
So here is the final product after it is all mixed up. So that was a full day of eating. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below, and I hope that this was helpful.